Matchday 8 in the Premier League provided us with 10 games, 27 goals, 2 red cards, late drama, late goals, late goals at Old Trafford. Arsenal finally beating Manchester City, and Spurs go top of the league. This is my brand new show. That was the weekend. My name's Ryan Archer. Let's get straight into it. So let's start off at Luton. Luton versus Spurs. Tottenham with a 1-0 victory. I mean, Spurs could have been 3-0 up after 10 minutes in this game. You know, Richarlison with a couple of early chances, which he should have scored. But yeah, no, look, Tottenham dominated this game. Luton did have half chances, nothing major. But yeah, Spurs dominated the game. The major talking point in the game for me was the red card for Basuma, 2 yellow cards, and the second one was for diving. You know, you've let your team down there big time. You know, it's embarrassing to have 2 yellow cards and the second one be for diving. You could have cost your team, but lucky enough for you, your team dragged themselves through the game, and Mickey van der Ven scored his first goal for the club. Another assist from James Maddison and a tap in. And yeah, Spurs go on and win this game. Hard-fought victory away from home at Luton. Luton obviously coming on the back of a great result last week, winning at Everton. So it was a good win for Spurs. And yeah, as I said, they go to the top of the league. Next up, we go up north where Chelsea travelled to Turf Moor to take on Burnley. Burnley actually found themselves 1-0 up in this game. Odebet scored with a great finish. But for me, watching this game, Chelsea just, after they went 1-0 down, they just clicked into gear, and Pochettino, it looked like a Pochettino team. You know, Raheem Sterling, who's been in fine form this season, you know, just, he took control of this game. He was like a real leader on that pitch. And yeah, look, Chelsea, they ended up winning this game 4-1. You know, it could have been 6, it could have been 7 with the chances they had. But an own goal from Burnley got them back into the game. You know, great work from Sterling, deflected in. Cole Palmer scored a penalty, his first goal in a Chelsea shirt. What a talent he is. Raheem Sterling put in Chelsea 3-1 up with a great finish. And then Jackson to round it off, making it 4-1. Great victory on the road for Chelsea. And who knows, this could be the start of them maybe picking up a bit of form and getting into a good run. Next up, we go to Goodison Park, where Everton are going to be one of these teams this season where you don't know what Everton team's going to turn up. Last week, they're losing at home to Luton, getting booed off the pitch. You know, it looked doom and gloom at Goodison Park, but this week, 3-0 victory over Bournemouth. You know, what a great result this is for Sean Dyche and for the Everton fans as well. They would have been thinking going into this game, could it be another slip up? But no, perfect home performance, 3-0, some great goals as well. Standout goal for me, obviously, Jack Harrison, player on loan from Leeds, full debut, first goal for the club. James Garner did put them 1-0 up. As I said, Jack Harrison with a great finish to put them 2-0 up. And then Decore rounded the game up for Everton. Easy victory, great performance, and it's what Everton fans have been crying out for this season. Next up, we go down to Craven Cottage, where Fulham took on Sheffield United. Yeah, I mean, this game, Fulham 3-1 victory, but this game was obviously overshadowed by the horrific injury from Chris Basham. You've probably seen the images. Honestly, I wish him all the best. You know, he's going to be out for a very long time. I remember a similar injury when I was growing up watching Coventry versus Man United at Old Trafford when David Boost had a similar injury. And it was, it's not a great one. But getting back into the game, you know, Reed did put Fulham 1-0 up. Sheffield United did equalise. I mean, Fulham had loads of chances. I mean, before that goal, they could have found themselves 2 or 3 up before that. But it was a second half. This is where all the action happened. The goals come. As I said, Fulham were 1-0 up. An own goal from Robinson put Sheffield United back into the game. But then after that, Kearney had a great shot from distance that come back off the crossbar, hit the goalkeeper. So it did go down as an own goal. but that put Fulham 2-1 up. And then Willian just rounded off the game. Fulham 3, Sheffield United 1. But as I said, Chris Basham, obviously, speedy recovery. Next, we go to Old Trafford, where at the beginning of the show, I said there was some late drama and some late drama, and this game certainly had it. Brentford found themselves going 1-0 up. Casemiro giving the ball away in midfield. Little bit of pinball action in the box, but it fell to Jensen. And, by the time Onana decided to dive and get down, he was picking the ball out of the back of the net. Jensen putting Brentford 1-0 up. But then, second half, look, Man United did have the chances. Rashford had a chance. There was a few half chances, but when I'm talking about late drama, 93rd minute, Scott McTominay, who come on as a sub, equalised for Man United, and that's when you think, to be fair, great touch, great finish, and you think, all right, Man United have nicked a point. They get a free kick, 97th minute of injury time, 7th minute of injury time, sorry. It felt like 97 minutes injury time, I tell you, but yeah, look, I mean, Man United fans probably at the beginning of this transfer window, beginning of the season, never would have thought that Harry Maguire would assist Scott McTominay for a winner. And he did. Maguire got his head on it, and then McTominay with a great header, and then Manchester United nick it. They nicked the game 2-1. Ten Hag probably would have been fearing of worse when they was 1-0 down, because another defeat at home, probably wouldn't have sacked him, but there would have been a lot more pressure on him going into the next few games. But yeah, Manchester United nicked this late on. And to finish off Saturday's action, Selhurst Park. Yeah, not the greatest of games. I'm not going to go too much into this. Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Not many chances. 1 yellow card. That just sums that game up for me. Yeah, I'm sure Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest fans won't be watching that game back, but who got the better? I'd say Nottingham Forest are more happy. Getting a point away from home is a great point, especially in the Premier League. But yeah, nice. It wasn't the greatest games. Moving on, we go into Sunday's action. And we start down on the south coast where Brighton took on Liverpool. A really entertaining game, to be fair. Luton. Brighton found themselves 1-0 up. It was a great finish from Adingra. I think that's how you say it. Apologies if I said that wrong. But yeah, great finish from the youngster. Put Brighton 1-0 up. But just before half-time, Liverpool get themselves back into the game. Mo Salah with a great finish. And then just when you think it's going to go into half-time 1-1, the team talks change for both managers, because Liverpool get a penalty and, Mo Salah tucks it away like he usually does. He don't often miss penalties. In the second half, both teams had their chances. Liverpool could have finished the game off, but Lewis Dunk equalised for Brighton in the 78th minute. I suppose on the overall balance of play, probably a fair result for both teams, but a very, very entertaining game down on the south coast. Next up, we go to the London Stadium, the game I was at. West Ham 2, Newcastle 2. This game, obviously, when we do the review after the game, we don't see the highlights back, but I see the referee performance yesterday was shocking. But when I've seen the highlights after, it looks even worse. West Ham found itself 1-0 up early on. Great bit of work down the left from Paqueta. Ball over the top. Emerson, great touch, takes it around the goalkeeper, lays it across the box, and Thomas Souček puts us 1-0 up. And this is where the referee comes in, because there's a couple of incidents. Bruno should have been sent off for a second yellow. But yeah, it was just a poor display. And the equaliser, it was another free kick that should never have been given. The referee's bottled it here. He's had a terrible game. But Isak's equalised for Newcastle. And then 3 minutes later, a great goal from Newcastle. Great ball over the top. Trippier, first time ball across. And then Isak's there. But once again, watching back on the highlights, people might think it's a bit soft, but Isak has pushed Aguerd in the back. If Aguerd would have been a bit more savvy, if he'd have gone down, they probably would have looked back on VAR and probably ruled that one out. But look, Newcastle 2-1 up. And then just when you think it's not going to be West Ham's day, everything's going against us. The man of the moment, Kudas, with a great strike, his first goal in the Premier League, another assist from Soufal, and great finish. And I'll be honest, look, I said it in the review, fair result. I think we were the better team first half, they were the better team second half. So yeah, apart from the poor refereeing decisions, can't complain too much about that. Next, we go to the Midlands, where Wolves entertained Aston Villa at Molineux. Once again, not much happened in the first half. Few half chances. Second half, as I said last week, ever since I've been doing these shows, one man that I always talk about is Pedro Neto. And once again, another assist. Great work down the right. Terrorised the left back, and he's put a great ball in. And He-Chan with another goal this season put Wolves 1-0 up. Villa did go down the other end only a couple of minutes later, and they equalised straight away through Pau Torres. Great finish. But yeah, not many chances after. I think Ollie Watkins had a chance right at the end of the game. But yeah, Wolves won, Aston Villa won. And then rounding off the weekend, the game that everyone was looking forward to, it finished Arsenal 1, Man City 0. Arsenal should make a song about that. 1-0 to the Arsenal. I think I've heard that a few times down the years, but what a massive result for Arsenal. What a massive result for just the Premier League title race. That's 2 defeats in a row for Pep Guardiola's men. And I think the last time that happened was 2018. I think I heard someone say on Sky Sports News or something. Correct me if I am wrong. But look, City had their chances to go 1-0 up. I think Ake missed a sitter at the back post. They had a couple more after that. Arsenal had a few half chances. But look, it got right to the end. Arsenal this season just don't give up. It wasn't Man City's day. And then Martinelli with a shot, took a deflection in. Edison wrong-footed, and the Emirates goes wild. You know, it was a good game of football for a 1-0. It was a very entertaining. When two top teams come up against each other, it's just about who's going to break down first. You know, who's going to nick that goal. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal, great win. Still unbeaten this season. You know, joint top of the league. Man City, look. People are saying Man City are in a crisis. They lost 2 in a row and they're only 2 points off the top. So if that's a crisis, give me that all day long as a West Ham fan. But yeah, that was the weekend's action. You know, there was a lot of talking points, a lot to go through. So let's quickly get into the awards. Let's start off with, what should we start off with today? Let's start off with the goal. Goal of the weekend. I'm going to give it to Jack Harrison of Everton. Great finish, first time finish, first goal for the club. Important goal, important victory. And yeah, I think that it was a great finish. There was a couple of other decent goals out there this weekend, but yeah, Jack Harrison gets it for me. The performance of the weekend, do you know what? Could have given it to Arsenal, beating City for the first time in 8 years. Could have given it to Chelsea, great away day. But you know what? They ain't had much this season. So I am going to stay at Goodison Park and I'm going to give it to Everton. After losing last week at home to Luton, Everton needed this victory. And I really thought it was a great performance. As I said, great goals. And it's a great win for Sean Dyche's men. So I'm going to give it to Everton. So next up, we're going to go for the player of the weekend. Do you know what? Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling gets it for me this weekend. You know, had a big involvement in a lot of what Chelsea done right on Saturday against Burnley. Got himself a goal. You know, I just thought he had a great and what I've seen of him over the last few weeks, he looks like he's getting back to the old Raheem Sterling that we've all watched over the last few years. And yeah, I'm going to give it to him. So now we go to the award that no one wants, flop of the weekend. You know, for me personally, I probably could have given it to Peter Banks, but referees got it last week. So let's go back to a player. And I think there's only one player this week that deserves it, and it's Bazuma of Tottenham. Second yellow for obviously diving. You know, Could have cost his team getting anything out of the game, going down to 10 men so early on. He's let his teammates down. He's let himself down. Now he gets a one-match ban. But if you're going to get booked, at least do it for a dodgy tackle, not for diving. You're better than that. Come on. And yeah, that rounds up the weekend's action. There's my award. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League table. There you go. Tottenham are sitting top, joint top with Arsenal. North London teams are still unbeaten. The only thing that separates them is what goals for, I think it is, or it's very tight at the top of the table. But as I said, look, Man City in a crisis, 2 points behind. Take that any day of the week. Liverpool complete the top four. Villa in fifth. Brighton, West Ham, Newcastle, Palace, and Manchester United complete the top 10. Chelsea reached the dizzy heights of 11th. They overtake West London neighbours Fulham. Forest down to 13th. Wolves up to 14th. Brentford down to 15th. Everton up to 16th. Luton still out of the bottom three down in 17th. And Burnley, Bournemouth, Sheffield United complete the bottom three. Top scorer chart, let's have a look. Haaland hasn't scored for the last couple of weeks, but it shows how good he started the season because he's still top. Isak's on 6, joint with Son. Jarrod Bowen there on 5 with Hee-Chan and Mo Salah. And as you can see, a couple more names on the list there. Let's have a look at the people that are assisting these top goal scorers. Pedro Neto joint with Maddison and Trippier on 5. Vladimir Soufal, great start to the season. Got himself another assist yesterday. And yeah, look, he's joined there with Ollie Watkins and Alvarez on 3. And yeah, Musa Diaby. And yeah, look, usual names, usual suspects on there. And once again, let's have a look at the clean sheets. Sam Johnston, another clean sheet for Crystal Palace. And there you can see, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goalkeepers tied on 3. And then Martinez, Onana, and Turner on 2. So, yeah, that's it for the clean sheet. Match day 9, let's have a quick look at the fixtures. As you can see, Merseyside derby, big game there. Liverpool versus Everton, Bournemouth versus Wolves, Brentford take on Burnley. Man City will look to get back to winning ways against Brighton. Newcastle take on Crystal Palace. Nottingham Forest play Luton. Big London derby there. Chelsea versus Arsenal. And Sheffield United take on Manchester United in the 8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday night. Man United like them 8 o'clocks, don't they, on a Saturday night? Rounding off the weekend. One game on Sunday. West Ham travel to Villa Park to take on Aston Villa. I'll be there for that game. Really looking forward to that. And then on the Monday night football, Spurs take on Fulham in another London derby. Another big game to round off match day 9. But yeah, that's it for this week's Premier League review show. That was the weekend. Give me your thoughts, give me your comments, give me your awards. Who would you have given to? As we know, international break is coming up. I can hear the excitement and the buzzing in your voices. Everyone loves the international break, don't they? No, we don't. Just as the Premier League gets into the swing of thing, they hit us with an international break. Obviously, I'm English, so I'll be supporting England. England have got Australia in a friendly on the Friday night, and then on the Tuesday, we play Italy in a qualifier, which if we win, should cement our place in the European Championships. So yeah, look, good luck to all your nations. If they're playing, I'm sure they are. And yeah, I'm going to leave that there. This was, as I said, I'm enjoying doing these shows. I'll be honest. I'm really enjoying them. There's a lot of research to do. As I say, I watch football. I love watching the highlights anyway. So I am enjoying them. Please give me your feedback. All feedback is welcome. If there's anything you'd like to see me add to the show, maybe take out. I'm always looking to tweak it a little bit, move a few things around. Please don't say the host because I am enjoying it. And yeah, that was match day 8. As I said, loads of drama, red cards, penalties, late goals. Arsenal getting that crucial win, and Spurs are top of the league. My name's Ryan Archer, and that was the weekend. See you next time for Matchday 9.